You ever seen a wolf begging to be part of a pack? No. A real wolf walks alone. A lion doesn't explain why it's in the jungle, it just is. Some of you feel like you're alone. No one's calling, no one's checking in. Friday night comes and your phone is silent. You think something's wrong with you. You think life is punishing you. But what if I told you being alone is the greatest gift life could give you? Because when you're alone, you learn who you are. When you're alone, you find your purpose. And when you find your purpose, the right people, the people who match your vision, your mindset, your hunger, will find you. Loneliness is power. You ever notice how people fear being alone? They think if no one's around them, something's wrong. They think silence means failure. But let me tell you something. Some of the strongest, most dangerous men in history spent time alone. Not because they were rejected, not because they weren't liked, but because they understood something the world doesn't want to admit. Solitude is power. When you're alone, you're forced to deal with yourself. No distractions, no background noise, no fake friends hyping you up when you don't deserve it. Just you, your thoughts, your reality. And that's where real growth happens, because most people avoid themselves. They surround themselves with people, entertainment, nonsense, just so they never have to sit in silence and ask, who am I? What do I really want? What am I willing to do for it? A man who can't be alone is weak. He relies on others to fill his time, to give him purpose, to validate his existence. But a man who can walk alone, that's the man who holds all the power. He doesn't need permission to move. He doesn't need approval to chase his vision. He doesn't need constant reassurance to believe in himself. He's dangerous, not because he's reckless, but because he's disciplined, because he's built in silence. Look at the greats, the warriors, the kings, the legends. Every single one of them at some point walked alone. Why? Because they understood that loneliness wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. While the world was laughing, partying, wasting time, they were sharpening their minds, their bodies, their spirits. They were focused on something bigger than popularity. People fear what they don't understand. So when they see a man who doesn't chase validation, who doesn't need constant company, who doesn't beg to be included, they don't know what to do with him. He's unpredictable, he's unshaken, he's unbreakable. That's the kind of man you need to be. Stop looking at loneliness as a weakness. Stop thinking you need people around you 24/7 to prove you matter. The real ones, the ones who build empires, change history, create legacies, they all walked alone first. They all learned to stand on their own. And when they returned, the world was never the same again.